Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading. I wanted to do a reading because I've been getting a lot of stuff about people being prepared for something, so that's what we're going to look at. We're going to do a past, present, future. In the first row, we have this Griffin card. It says, honor and good luck come to you. You have a Sphinx card. It says, choose your words carefully. Now, that is something else that has come up quite a bit for people, is needing to choose their words carefully and needing to use good words. And damn, so far, this looks pretty good. So even though this is the past position here in this first row, still can be a good thing. But again, I do want to say one more thing about the words. Again, I think the words we say about ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, it's going to be really important moving forward. This reading is timeless, so it's whenever you find it. But at the same time, I would say, for many, many years to come, it's like our words are really going to have power. We have Uranus moving into Gemini. Uranus, Gemini is a motor mouth, right? I'm a Gemini moon. I do YouTube for a living. So there you go, right? I got in trouble all the time when I was in school because I just talked all the time. So there you go. So watch your words. In your first row for the past, you have the sun, the star, and the world. It's like, I do feel like this reading is like definitely not for everyone. I feel like this is like people who are being prepared for a bigger role in the world. I'm literally like hearing the word role with the sun. What I was going to say with the sun and the star is the sun and the star is fame and fortune. It doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but it definitely makes me feel like I'm reading for someone or, group of people who feel like it's like, like a lot of people say they're born and they feel special, right? But it's like, there's something a little bit different here. So it's like maybe you were born, and obviously if you're watching this reading, you're probably alive, but, it's like you have always felt different or like something is different. And I don't mean that in like a mysterious way, like you were meant for more. And the thing is that we have the star inside the hermit's lantern here. So it's like now you've been constricted in your present position. And so I feel that this is talking about, being prepared for a bigger role in life. It's like when you were younger in the past, right? With the sun and the star here. I think you did have that, you had like a certain level of optimism in your life. It's like maybe even you've felt like naive at times. It's like sometimes I think people who are super optimistic when they're younger, they do feel naive. It's like you feel like you didn't see things or didn't notice things. But in a lot of ways, I feel like it's made you who you are. And so the sun is optimism. The sun wants us to be more optimistic, wants us to focus on that optimism as well. I think the hermit in the reading with the sun and the star is saying that it wants you to kind of like get back to that place. It's like I think optimistic people, when they're younger, it's like they get crushed by reality and how things actually are. And now it's like the universe is saying like, no, you need to let that optimism back out. And you need to get back to that, happy-go-lucky energy that maybe you had years ago. Maybe it was many years ago for some of you. You have the star. The star, of course, is a good card of hope, faith, renewal. Again, that's what I think you were filled with maybe in the past, or even for some of you, maybe in the recent past, you felt this. Like you were filled with like hope and optimism that something will be working out. It's like I'm wondering if some of you that I'm reading for right now have just been early. It's like maybe you have felt something early, like a bigger role that you are going to be playing in your life before it actually has come. And so it's kind of funny because I feel like the middle row isn't bad, but I just feel like it's a little bit of a dip in the optimism, if that makes sense. So your present position, which we're going to talk about in a minute, maybe where you are right now, feeling that dip in the optimism. But it's like now you're about to hopefully go back up if you take the advice of this reading and get back to that like hopeful place, because it's like I said, you're being prepared for something. You have the world, which is like an accomplishment or an achievement. I also feel very specific about this. Again, this is kind of like one of those readings. It might just be for a rare few of you, but whatever. I'm going to do the reading anyway. And so like maybe you did have an accomplishment back in like, let's say 2020, like right at the beginning of, the beer bug, right? It's like things maybe actually improved for you in your life at that time. I keep getting this message. I'm not trying to delay the message here, but I keep getting this message that it's like some of you feel like you have missed out on something. It's like you feel like you were late to the party or something like that. It's like maybe you started a business like maybe you were able to squeeze a little bit of success out of it before something happened. I don't know, that's popping into my head. It could be some other type of success as well. It's like maybe you feel like you were early, or you feel like you were late to something, and now like you're afraid AI is going to take over your business, and now you're like losing optimism or something in this middle row. And but I think what you need to realize is that you're not. Things are definitely going to change. Like I said, you're going to be playing a different role, but it looks like a much bigger role in whatever it is that you're doing. So before I keep stuttering here, let's keep this reading going. With the Sun, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is like kind of like patience, of course, temperance. It is also a card of alchemy. It's kind of weird because I feel like this is something that you need to do right now. If you feel like you're behind, I feel you could easily alchemize the situation. I also feel like I'm speaking to a group of people that don't realize that, it's like you might have a lot of people that you can compare what you're doing to, and it might seem like they've been successful faster than you, but at the same time, as annoying as it is, if success has come to you and it's been like harder, that could actually be a good thing. They say easy come, easy go. So even if you have like competitors in life, which we all do, if success has been harder for you, I think you're going to be able to hold on to it longer. With the Star card, you have the Lovers. Could be thinking about love. You have the Knight of Cups here. And again, this could be about love. The last collective reading I did was about kind of like feeling like you were leaving something behind with a person that was like really important, but it was saying that you're about to attract something much better. So again, that could be true for some of you as well. I don't really think this reading's talking about love, but I do think it's talking about a new opportunity, new path. The Lovers traditionally was a card of making a choice in love. And in a general reading, it can just be a choice that you're making. I feel like the universe is trying to get your attention in this reading as well. We have this higher self angel right here at the top of the card. And, they can't really see that angel because there are these clouds that are down here. But it's like the universe is trying to get your attention. I feel like I don't really see this in the cards, but intuitively, I feel like the universe is trying to get you to not give up on something. It's like it's almost like you're going to be breathing new life into something that you've been working on for a long time, and playing a bigger role, like I've been saying this whole time. With the World, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like I said, you've been getting attention. Probably you found success in the past at something that you put work into, and I feel like you're trying to get back to that place. Next, in your present position, you have this Tension card, this Square card. You also have this Dignified card. It says Strength on it. Yeah, like for some of you, it's quite simple. I think maybe you're just in a dip. Like I said, you're in this period of time where things seem to be dipping down, but really it's just a period of time is what the reading is saying. It's like you're about to go back up. You're about to, play a bigger role in something. You're just you're in that in-between zone. You're in that in-between time, and you're about to lift back up. I think the Strength card is like saying you need to have the strength to keep going, obviously. You have the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Probably the most important card in this reading, I would say, is the Hermit. He still has his inner light inside that lantern, but the Sun and the Star are really telling me that you need to get back to that energy that I was describing. Even if you were hurt by it when you were younger. Again, I've just known a lot of people that were very optimistic when they were younger, and then things happen in the world, they start getting disappointed, and then that it kind of crushes their optimism, or it stops them from being a light in the world. But right now we definitely need more light in the world, so anything you can do to shine bright again and to be that person, I think is going to be very important for you, because it's like you're an important player on the chessboard here, of the chessboard of life, or in the world, and maybe you don't realize how important you are really with this Hermit card. The Hermit is also really important right now. I'm recording this on February 5th of 2026. It doesn't matter when you're watching it, but we have the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. In North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo, people who are born with that placement, usually in a past life, they escaped to a mountain to hide from the world, to punish the world because something happened to them. Sun, Star, Hermit, basically saying the same thing. So I think it's time to come down from the mountain. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. Nine of Pentacles is gratitude, luxuries, independence. Things could be getting a little bit better for you right now. Maybe not like this second, but over the next couple of weeks, things could be improving for those of you that are resonating with this reading. The Nine of Pentacles is independence as well. It's also a card of focus. I do feel the universe wants you to focus on something, like a part of yourself or something that you have maybe lost a little bit of optimism in. And, it could be a project you're working on or something that will make you stand out in the world. And I feel this is saying it wants you to kind of like redirect your focus to making it a success, like whatever this thing that has dipped down in your life has been for you. And it could be anything. It could be a project you've been working on. It could just be an aspect of your life or something you want to get back to. But I do feel this is encouraging that focus. She has these grapes behind her, and the grapes in the tarot represent having a specific skill that you can do well and other people cannot maybe do so well. So it's like the world needs this skill. You have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. So Nine of Pentacles is actually a card of your environment, and the Eight of Cups would be about walking away from an unfavorable environment. And so we need to pay attention to everything that surrounds us, everything around us in our environment, the things that go into our heads as well, the things we listen to on TV or the radio or the news. So I think it would be a good time for those of you that this reading is for, to really curate a positive environment and make sure you're doing things on purpose that are positive and get rid of the rest with the Eight of Cups. I'm recording this before the Aquarius eclipse that we're going to have on February 17th as well. Again, it doesn't matter if you're watching it before or after. Eclipses can last for up to 6 months after, so we'll be dealing with that energy for a while. This is the only card in the tarot with an eclipse on it. So a lot of you, and this eclipse, this Aquarius eclipse on the 17th in particular, is good for cutting things out. As I say that, with the Hermit, you have the Ace of Swords, like a victory. Don't climb to the top of the mountain and not have the victory. It's like you've been through some shit here, collective, whoever I'm reading for, and the Ace of Swords is above the mountains. It represents a victory. But the Hermit, is to have the victory, he needs to go share something. He needs to, again, this is a personal theory I have, that he needs to come down from the mountain. That should be his next step. Because again, if you look at North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo, that is kind of like the Hermit energy, because people who have that have escaped to a mountain in a past life to hide from the world because they were hurt by the world. He is protected at the top of the mountain. That is part of the problem, is that he doesn't have to deal with any BS up there. But at the same time, he's like in isolation. He's avoiding a lot of things that could be very good for him. So I think it's time to have that victory. With the Nine of Pentacles, beautiful. You have the Empress. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy, so, the Empress is showing up here, which is great. Definitely could be stepping into a time of abundance, success, things getting better. The Empress, she focuses on what's in front of her. She has this waterfall behind her. The waterfall is good. It's energy that flows from the Emperor down to her. But it can also represent chaos, or kind of like tower energy. But she's not focused on it. She's focused on the abundance she can create. So definitely a good time to curate your environment. Like I said, if there's anything causing chaos, get rid of it. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three Wands. Like I said earlier, I think that you caught something early with the sun and the star. It's like that energy gives me the feelings of you felt something too soon. And because of that, maybe it's made you feel like you're in a dip. Like I said, it's like, imagine if like 2 years ago you thought you were in the perfect relationship, but it's like really now maybe in the next few months you're going to attract the actual perfect relationship. It's almost like you confused it because you put the future one over the past one, right? For some of you. Maybe it is love for some of you. For others, I think that you have been working on something for a very long period of time, like a project, a business, an idea. And it's like you've been feeling this over here before you're actually there. And I know that sounds dumb, but that's what I'm getting off of this Three of Wands. You're about to expand into it. Next, in the area of the future, you have this day moon. It says love on it. You have this out of bounds moon. It says boundaries on it. So, if you are getting into a connection, obviously having boundaries is going to be good for you. I think that, this could be you just inviting more love into your life. Again, if you think about it, if you were your happy-go-lucky self, you would be living from that place of love. Again, I think when you're people who are young, I find that this is true for a lot of spiritual people. They're young, they're hopeful, they're optimistic, and then it's like the demons in the world come in and kind of crush your dreams, right? And try to turn you into one of them. And so maybe you were made to feel bad for being positive in the past, or for being optimistic, or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, I think it's time to like outshine those demons in your life. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant. Six of Pentacles is kind of like equal give and take. It's giving to a person or things that give back to you. He's giving to this person, not this person. So again, I think it's time to give to the goodness in your life. He's also maybe making progress. You know, it is a card of planting seeds in a direction and paying attention to what's growing. You have the Knight of Cups. Could be love for some of you. Knight of Cups is like a knight in shining armor. For others, I feel like this is a dream that you have to put into the world because, like I said, you're like an important player on the chessboard, a life here, and you have to like make your next move, you know, so that you can get to that checkmate or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't play chess, so I am not smart enough for that. So there you go. But what I would say here is the Knight of Cups. I think it's about you making a move towards your dream. He's very dreamy. Normally, he's like looking into this cup right here, and he is scrying. He is seeing his future life. It's kind of like a little bit of a blessing and a curse, I think, for some of you, because it's like I said, you've seen the future too early. And maybe that's what made you feel like you're on the wrong path or something. But it's like now I think in the future you're going to be getting there, and you'll be like, oh, I just saw this thing early. You have the Hierophant. Hierophant can represent blessings. I also think the Hierophant is just confirmation that you're on the right path. These two people here are initiates, and they are being initiated into whatever the Hierophant is trying to teach them. And he actually represents initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. He has these 3 levels on his crown. So I think a lot of you, the Hierophant sometimes I think can be that in-between zone, that in-between time we were talking about earlier. It's like if you're an apprentice, the difference between an apprentice and a master really isn't much. It's actually just experience, right? And so I think a lot of you have been in that in-between zone, and you're about to make some big changes here. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's about really locking in. That's more what I feel for you here, collective, is that you're like locking in to an energy. You're just going to be like saying, I'm going to be positive no matter what anyone says. Like you're locking that energy in and protecting it. You know, he is protecting or defending his position at the top of the hill. And I think that would be the perfect attitude for you to have with this reading. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. Love it. Heading towards improvements. Again, I think you're very close. Like, this is a future position, but I feel this is a very near future. You know, you're about to kind of lock back in. We also have 2 sixes. 2 sixes is confirmation for your path. I love 2 sixes. It says you're going in the right direction. You're heading towards the things you want. The Six of Swords probably hasn't been an easy journey. You know, they're still in these choppy waters. So, you know, you've been, whoever I'm reading for, you've been on a bumpy road for a little bit of time. You know, in this present position to the past, basically, in between those 2 times. And now I feel like you're finally moving ahead. With the Hierophant, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is about new perspectives. It's, see, like I'm reading for people who are not meant to make sense, you know. Is what I would say here with the Hangman. It's like everybody's normally like straight up, right? Looking at the world this way. I think I'm reading for a group of people that is meant to look at the world upside down. So I feel that I'm reading for a group of people that you need to understand that you're not meant to be understood, and that's okay. That is what will make you successful. And like I said, it's like clear to me that between the past and the present, maybe some of you have been made to feel like your ideas are bad or stupid or whatever. And I feel the critical thing here is that you realize that those ideas now are what is going to make you powerful. And so you need to like unhermit yourself and get those ideas out into the world, or start building those things that, you know, people said you couldn't, or whatever the case may be. So weird one. Don't know if that makes sense, but thank you for being here. Make sure to like, leave a comment, and definitely enjoy your week.